Okay, I'm gonna jump in here real quick and do the Friday finisher. Obviously, this will be posted on YouTube. I got a full day, so I wanted to get this done early in the morning. So I didn't figure people want to hear from me at 6:30 in the morning. So I don't have a ton of new announcements or anything like that, other than the fact that we're actually going to be teaching a class, which is kind of cool. Thank you to Dr. Morgan and Dr. Russell for inviting us out and having us out this weekend. Dr. Muma and I are going to be teaching a class at Parker on the campus. Obviously, we're going to follow all the rules. We're going to do all the things that we're asked to do in this new COVID world. And so, but we're teaching a class. We're teaching an adjusting class. We're going to do some palpation and adjusting this weekend to 4 different classes. Each one of us is going to take a separate room so that we can space out and do all those things correctly. We have 2 morning sessions, 2 afternoon sessions. It's a 1-day event. It's for Parker students only, sorry. So only Parker students, so don't rush down to Dallas tomorrow and try to get into this class because they probably won't let you, I don't think. But we're excited about that. So again, Dr. Morgan, always doing the right thing, I think, as far as advancing the profession in the positive way and in a modern chiropractic way. I think he really embraces the evidence-based practitioner, but also realizes there's a skill and an art that separates us from the evidence, just a pure evidence-based practice. And so there are things that we do, palpation and adjusting, they're not easy to study. Now the outcomes are easy to study and the outcomes are through the roof. And so from a kind of conservative care standpoint, like we have everything at our disposal. We have every single tool that we need to be absolute monsters in the conservative care world. We just need to embrace that, but we also need to embrace the fact that what sets us apart is our ability to assess the joint system through palpation and the ability to, based on that assessment, decide what the best practice is for that, whether it's manipulation, mobilization, exercise, referral, those kinds of things. So we're excited. Thank you, Dr. Morgan, for having us out. I'll do all I can to bring it, and I'm sure Dr. Muma will as well. So we're excited about that. That's the Parker event this weekend. Just a 1-day event, but we're excited for that. That's going to be awesome. Also, if you've noticed, we have been increasing the amount of content every week. We do a new video on YouTube, and so we're going to continue that, possibly do 2, because this will be another, I guess there'll be 2 this week because of the Friday finisher that I'm going to put up there. So again, if you have anything that you really want to see, I know everybody wants to see the evaluation. So again, we're going to break some of that up into pieces, do like a short gait assessment, do some standing things in that video as well. But we won't do an entire video. And we just do it in pieces. I think it would be better to be able to digest it in pieces. Anyway, so that's also out there. So the new one is also on the YouTube channel now. It's biomechanically correct adjusting, or how to spare your joints and your own back while you're adjusting is the topic on that video. So check it out. If you get a chance, we're going to start a weekly newsletter as well. And Dr. Christie's going to be part of that. He's going to help 1 entry per month that just focuses on marketing. And then we'll have 1 to 2 of the YouTube video newsletters that are sent out there, and then another blog. So once a month we'll crank out a new blog that we'll send out there. So we'll have weekly newsletters coming out starting probably next week. So we've got that going for us. And then of course the website, if you want to check out the blogs are there. The website's updated, and the videos that we have are available at a really reasonable price, $97. You can't hardly go wrong with that price. So those are our events. Weekly newsletter, the Parker event this weekend in Dallas, and then the videos and everything. We continue to make more and more videos. I know we're doing Dr. Winchester and myself, I think Erica, maybe even, I don't know if Mark is or not for sure. November 21st, I believe, is when the Student FTCA Summit is. And so we're doing video for that as well. I'm doing the the motion palpation scan, the one that's a little more comprehensive, where we go through all the different positions, and then I'm going to add in how you would incorporate functional testing along with that scan to make it very concise, efficient time from a time standpoint, but still be very thorough. So I'm going to do that for them, and I'm not sure what the other instructors are doing, but regardless, it'll be great. They always crank out great content. So look forward to that. With that, I know it's a pretty tense time right now with the election that happened that didn't really happen yet. And so it's amazing just the overall tenor and the stress and the, I don't know, overall just negative feel that's in the world right now. And I read something really great about living through history from Ryan Holiday in one of his daily Stoic newsletters that he sends out. And he kind of nailed it, you know, like if you zoom out, like if you're looking at the Earth from space or from the space shuttle, everything looks very smooth. The water, the mountains, and all of that, everything just looks, you know, big, huge bodies of water, big patches of green, big patches of white, but it all looks super smooth from that zoomed out perspective. But the closer you get, the rougher it gets. And so right now we're right in the thick of it. We're obviously in some rough times and some stressful times, but if you give yourself a break to back up and just kind of take it all in perspective, and think about all the things that people have lived through and been able to get through and will continue to get through, you know, then things maybe are a little bit easier to handle. Because if you're just living right in the thick of it and in all the roughness and the stress and it can exhaust you, it can break you. But don't let it, you know, because right now, like if you, Eckhart Tolle, and I'm reading a book called The Untethered Soul, which is very similar to The Power of Now. They talk a lot about, you know, what problems do you have right now, like in this very millisecond. And, you know, you probably have more things to be thankful for and grateful for than you actually do have to be stressed about, and especially in the external world. Like our internal world is what we really should guard. I think it was Jim Rohn. I know Tony Robbins talks a lot about one of the things Jim Rohn said and how it was so impactful to him is that you have to stand guard at the gates of your mind and your thoughts every day. And that is extremely important. And to be able to watch your thoughts and watch your reactions and watch your emotions before you actually just let them all spew out there can be a very powerful thing for you to be able to control some of the uncertainty and some of the stress and the things that are going on right now. And so if we can all just kind of zoom out and take a look at things with a bigger perspective and guard our internal environment and not worry about so much what's happening in the external. Obviously, you want to leave an impact, you want to help the external environment, but you can't do that with a clouded internal environment. And so I would just encourage everybody to kind of zoom out. You think about your immediate right now, live in the present moment for a second and really think about the things that you have that you can be grateful for and that you should be thankful for, and not worry about the things that we can't control in the future. What we can control is what we do right now, and I would encourage you guys to take a moment to do that, and to do that constantly throughout the day. I think it'll help you a lot to kind of get through these things. So with that, I will see some people tomorrow in Dallas, and I'm excited about that. And working out at the new Parker Fit facility, which I'm also very excited about that as well, tomorrow morning early, bright and early, which is kind of how I roll. And so that'll be good. And, you know, next week we'll do this again. So until then, don't spread germs, spread faith, hope, and love. And I'll see you guys next week.